In Dreamweaver, a site generally consists of two parts: a collection of files on a local computer, the local site, which is the computer you're working from, and a location on a remote web server to which you upload files when you're ready to make them publicly available. That is known as the remote site. You will use the Dreamweaver Files panel to manage the files for your site. The most common approach to creating a website with Dreamweaver is to create and edit pages on your local drive, then upload copies of those pages to a remote web server for viewing on the web. In Dreamweaver, a site organizes on your local hard drive all the documents associated with your website and lets you track and maintain links, manage files, share files, and transfer your site files to a web server. When you create a local site, you can place any existing assets, images, or other pieces of content in the local site's root folder, being the main folder of the site. That way, when you add content to your pages, the assets are there and ready for you to use. The first step is to decide where you want to store your website files on your hard drive. The folder can be anywhere on your computer, but the less buried it is, the easier it is to find later. I will create a folder in the local disk and also a dedicated images folder within that. Copy all the relevant icons, photos, and logo into the images folder. These are provided. You must define a Dreamweaver local site folder for each new website you create. Dreamweaver needs to know where your site files are to create all the internal links correctly and to update them when you move files to a different location within your site. Go to Site, New Site. A site setup dialog box will appear on the screen. Give your site an appropriate name. We'll name ours Wild Vintage. Next to the local site folder, click on the folder icon and browse until you've located the folder you created on the hard drive. Select it and click Select. We will also define where all the default images will be saved. It is best to save all the images and graphics you use in the design of that site in one folder. This will simplify your search when you want to upload your work to the remote server. Click on Advanced Settings. Next to Default Images folder, you will see the folder icon again. Click on it and browse until you've located your dedicated images folder you recently created. Choose it and click Select. This is all we need to manage for now, so we can click Save. You'll now see your folder with all the appropriate files in the Files panel. Great! Now we're ready to design.